Uh, Hello, everyone. Hi, Nishi. You can start
Okay.
your air.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Max. Hello, everyone. My name is Nishi Ajmera. I work as a solutions architect and publicist sapient. I'm also a woman in tech ambassador, passionate about promoting diversity in the world of tech. Uh, I'm also a Google developer expert in AI and ML. I do a lot of talks on AI, focusing specifically on Gen AI and AI agents. And in today's session, we are going to talk about accelerating software development lifecycle using AI, and we'll see how to use Gemini's code assist to speed up your development process. And also, we will have a quick look at the Gemini CLI, which was launched last month, and how you can build your applications quickly using Gemini CLI. So let's get right into it. I don't have any presentations prepared for today. We are going to do a walkthrough of this code lab. So I will share the link of this in the chat. You can do this along with me. Uh, Max, will you be able to post this online? I'm not sure. It's not allowing me to post the link, but if you can post it, that would be helpful. Also, I will try and see if I can open up the QR, and that's not sure if the QR code is visible, but you can also scan this QR code and go to this link. Okay, cool. All right. So let's get right into it. So, as part of this code lab, what we are going to do is we are going to use Gemini Code Assist to build and deploy a web application based on OpenAPI spec from scratch. So we are going to build a Python Flask application from an OpenAPI spec. So this we are going to generate the spec file also using the Gemini Code Assist. Basically, we are trying to connect. We are basically going to do a CRUD operation onto a database. So we are going to use Firestore as our database, where uh, we have bunch of session details which we want to fetch, right? So then we are going to also generate a front end for the Flask application, right? What do you need for this code lab? You need we are going to do all of this in Google Cloud because we are going to use Firestore, but you can use Gemini Code Assist in your VS Code as well. Like, you can install that as a plugin here, and then you can use it locally as well in your repos. Okay. So you need to go on to your Google console.cloud.google.com, and you need to have billing enabled. You need to select your project which has billing enabled. Um, okay. Then we are going to enable our Gemini Code Assist in our Cloud Shell IDE. So if I go here, let me open my IDE. I open the editor. It is going to authorize me. Okay. Let me reload it. Something is. Yeah, it's going to authorize me. Okay, sorry, wrong account. Okay, all right. Let's open the editor. Okay, I have the editor open, and these are the projects which I have worked on. So it is showing me all the projects here, and you can see Gemini Code Assist on the right hand side, and it is trying to sign into the Gemini Code Assist. Um, Meanwhile, it has logged in. Um, let's quickly go back. So you can give that a try. What you need to do is you need to make sure that there is a project selected over here. So if you click down here, it says no project, right? Click on it, and from here you will have to select a Google Cloud project. I am gonna select an existing project which I have. Okay. This is needed for like your authorization and billing purposes. Okay. Then we are going to set up our Firestore. So we are going to create a basic collection of documents in our Firestore database. You can follow these steps which are present over, like you can just follow this document step by step. I'll quickly show it to you. I've already done that setup because it takes some time to do the setup. Mm, Okay, I will open this in a separate tab so that it's easier. Yeah, all right. Uh, Here, this is my default database where I have imported this set of this collection of documents, which is basically a JSON dump of session details. So this JSON has these attributes. It has a title, summary, list of speakers, category, and the duration of the session. So if you go to your Firestore, you can create a default database, and these are the commands which you can execute to basically import the collection which I just shown into your database. So you need to provide your bucket location. uh, in this bucket, we are going to import the JSON data which we have, and then we are going to link that to our Firestore database, right? So you can do this in your own time. I'm gonna move on. Then we are going to create an application template. So here we are going to create a Python Flask application. Uh, I'll go here and I'm going to create a new application. I want to create an application which can run on Cloud Run. So I'm going to select this Cloud Run application, and I'll select the Python Flask Cloud Run. Okay, and we are going to do sessions. Right, so it is going to create a Flask template for me. Okay, now yeah, my Gemini code assist is opening. So this is a basic template with a simple hello function. uh, I can open a terminal as well here. Okay, all right. Now the next step is to start using Gemini code assist, and the first step is that we will ask it to generate an OpenAPI spec that will retrieve all the session details for us. So we will give this prompt to Gemini code assist. We go here and we ask Gemini code assist to generate an OpenAPI specification that will allow to retrieve all sessions by category, sessions by ID. And we have given a schema, we have given the schema to the Gemini code assist for it to generate a proper spec file for us, right? So let's see what it generates. This is going to take like few seconds. Meanwhile, it should generate the OpenAPI specification like this, which will have uh, three get endpoints. One is to get the list of sessions, then to get the list of sessions by ID, and then to get the list of sessions by category. Okay, and we have given the schema in the prompt, so it should be able to generate this. Okay. Okay, so you see it has generated this YAML file with session get by session ID and get by category. Okay. It has an option. Okay, it has not generated Usually you can ask it to generate a new file and it will actually generate a new file for you as well. But since it has not generated a new file for us, we can create an OpenAPI spec here. OpenAPI score sessions .yaml. And then we paste this. So now we have this OpenAPI spec. We will now ask Gemini to generate the endpoints for us, right? So if we go here, we'll ask it to generate a Python application using the Flask framework based on the sessions API.yaml file. And then, yeah, we have given, so first we are asking it to use in-memory list of sessions. We are not asking it directly to integrate it with Firestore. We are asking it to generate the endpoints using the mock data and just a simple implementation. So it is similar to how you develop your APIs. So the first step when you are developing your APIs is that you just get your endpoints up and running with some mock data, right? So that's what we are trying to do here. So we have asked it to generate the Python application. I think that I've given it the wrong file name in the prompt, but I think it should be intelligent enough to understand this. And also, when you're running, when you're using Gemini Code Assist, it takes the context of the files which are open in your IDE. So right now, it has the context of OpenAPI underscore sessions.yaml file, right? Now, right. I don't know why it has not again insert in the current file. Okay, yeah, let's do this. No, not insert in the current file. This is my current file. Okay, let's try and insert it over here and see how this would work. Yeah. So it has generated a code with mock data over here, and it has this get session by ID. It has 4 functions, and it has added these 3 endpoints over here. All right. Now, I think we should try and run and see how our application works. So I'm just gonna do Python .py. Okay. Okay. It says it doesn't have a module connection, so we need to install this. But let's see first what this is doing. Okay, this is not being used anywhere, so I'm just gonna remove it. And let's see. Okay. All right. So by default, your Flask application runs on port 5000. If you want to change the port, we can ask Gemini to, modify the code and make it run on port 8000 or 8080. Run on port. Meanwhile, we can actually test these APIs. Oh, sorry. We need to do the curl. Okay, first let me try and add this. All right, and I'm gonna start the app again. This time it's running on 8080 and I have the command over here which I can use. Yep. Yes, we need to do curl -x get to make the get call. So let's do this. Okay, all right. So our get all sessions work. We can see if our get sessions by ID work or not. So I'll just do for, okay. Yeah, it has fetched me sessions with ID 4. And let's quickly test the by category one as well. So session, and we need this. And we'll give category as API. Right, so it has fetched this with category API. Let's see if it has, okay, let's also try for Python and see if it is filtering it properly. All right, so our endpoints work properly. Now the next step would be to refactor it in a way where, this data should not be inside your app.py. We want this data to be outside of your app.py. So we'll ask Gemini to do a bit of refactoring on the current code. So I'll just copy this, and if I go here. So I'm just asking it to improve this code and separate out the sessions data from the app.py file. Okay. For some reason, my Gemini, okay, yeah, here it showed you accept changes. So if I would have clicked this, it would have made the change directly over here. Ideally, it should have created new files here as well. For some reason, it has not created these files by itself. Okay. Yeah. Now you see this option of accept changes. So if I click this, it is going to create this session underscore data.py file where it has moved all the sessions data. And then in the app.py, it has imported this. So let's go ahead and accept all changes. Right. Okay. All right. And we don't need this session, so we can just delete this from here now. Okay. Again, we need to test whether our changes are working or not. So we'll just run our app. Attempted relative. Okay, let's give this a try and see what. Let's ask Gemini to fix this error for us. Session data from import sessions, attempted relative import with no. Okay, it is not able to import this. Okay, all right. So it is because we were using the relative import dot session underscore data, and that is supposed to be used within a package, but we don't have that init file. So I think this works for now. Uh, we'll go ahead and test whether this works. Let's see if we can fetch all the sessions. Oh, extra. Okay. So our endpoints work and we have extracted the sessions data out. Now we want to integrate this with our Firestore database, right? So we'll ask Gemini to integrate that for us. You can just copy this. Okay. So here we are going to specify that it needs to refactor sessions.py to read from Firestore database, and we are specifying the collection name. That the name of our collection is sessions, and also we are specifying that it needs to use the Google Cloud Firestore package. Okay. So you need to give these inputs to these LLMs so that it generates the code as per your requirements and as per whatever packages you want to use, whatever your coding standards are, it is going to use that. So you can also create a MD file, like an instructions file, and you can add those instructions in that gemini.md file, and it is going to refer those instructions while generating code. Okay. All right. So here it has given us few options. One is that we would need this Google Cloud Firestore package. And then here it has not done what we have asked for, because it is using Firebase admin package over here, but we have clearly told to use Google Cloud Firestore. I don't know why it's behaving this way. I'm going to give this another try and see. Let's see if it is able to use that package. Okay. Can you use the imports the packages from? Okay, let's see. Meanwhile, we need to add this in our requirements.txt. So we can add it, or we can ask Gemini also for suggestions of like what to do next. Like if you're coming from a background of where you do not know how to work with Python, you do not know how Python manages dependencies, then you can just ask Gemini to help you with those things. Okay. Okay, this is not what I was expecting, but I'm gonna include this. And then it is asking me to add the Google Cloud application. Okay, I'm going to tell Gemini that I am in Google Cloud. I'm using Google Cloud Editor, Google Cloud Shell Editor. And I want to connect my app to Firestore. I don't want to pass my application credentials in the env at this point. Okay, let's see how is Gemini able to figure this out. I think it should be able to. Okay. So ideally, we are looking for this where it uses the Google Cloud. It uses this client module from the Google Cloud Firestore package, and then we just access this sessions collection from our database. I think we need this simple code. If Gemini is not able to generate this, we'll quickly copy paste this and move on. But I tried it last time and it was able to do it for me. Not sure what's going wrong this time. Okay. Uh, yeah, I don't think it understands. It understands this part. So I'm just gonna use this. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna change the import. Yeah. Session collection we have. I think we have the session collection. Let me just copy this. Okay, all right. So now we have connected our sessions data to the Firestore. Uh, let's see. Let's see whether our app.py works fine or not. Okay, so let's run this. Okay. Run query. Okay, honestly, I'm also not sure what this error is, so I'm gonna ask Gemini what this is. No module Firebase admin. Okay, I need to install the Fire. I need to install the Firestore Google Cloud Firestore package, which it suggested in the first. Yeah, so let's quickly install this first and then try running this. Okay. And also let me add this to the requirements.txt. Oh. So the way we are interacting with Gemini Code Assist right now is kind of a pair programmer where it helps you with like generating functions or generating chunk of your code, but then the control is in your hand, uh, and you are basically programming with the Gemini Code Assist. But when we move towards Gemini CLI, we'll see we will see the agent taking control, and it is, if it faces any error, it checks that error, and then it figures out what changes it needs to do to fix that error by itself. So we'll check that as well in. Okay, all right. Now let's see why this is failing. Now it has everything, it has the package as well. Firestore Google APIs. I think it doesn't. Am I using the right package? I think it is access issue in my opinion. Resource project invalid. Let me quickly check whether my database is connected to this project. Hey, yeah. If you have any questions, just post it in the comment. Okay. This is also the same project, so I'm not. Okay, let's see what Gemini comes up with. Okay, it is still asking me to use the Firebase admin, and okay, that's fine. Let's do one thing. Okay, I'll give this a try and see how this works. So I am going to do, or I'll copy the previous code which it generated. Yeah, this one. Let's give this a try. And we are going to install, we would need to install Firebase admin. So let's install it as well and see. Okay, also I am running this in Google Cloud. Google project, and your Cloud Shift instance is correct. Let's actually check this as well. Okay, it will check the list of projects. Okay, that can be an issue because my project is unset over here. Let me quickly set my project. Okay, how do I set? Okay, let's ask Gemini, how do I set the project using. Okay, that's why it was not able to connect. Okay, let's do this. And I need my project ID. Okay, now let me give this a try. Okay, it works fine now. So let's quickly test whether our endpoints work fine or not. Okay, it is now fetching the data from your database, and you see it has it has ID as string. Okay, and it has categories. So let's try to filter, get some request by category. So let's test our by category endpoint, which was sessions by category, and then let's do AI. Okay. All right. So this works. Uh, Next thing is, in the code lab, is it will ask it to generate test. You can generate tests on your own and play around with it. You can also ask Gemini for code explanation. So here, when we were struggling, we could have, like, we can just ask Gemini why this code is not working, and it is going to give you reason of why it is not working. And then you can, like, do debugging along with your Gemini code assist to figure out what the issue is and how to approach for the fix. We will go ahead and move on, and we are going to so next we'll try and deploy this on Google Cloud. So we will ask Gemini, what do I need to do to deploy this to production? Need to do to deploy this application. You can also try test driven development. So it has I'll quickly show you what else it has. So you can ask for explanations of the code which it has generated. Oh yeah, we have to generate the web application. So let's go ahead and generate a UI for this, and then we'll go ahead and deploy it. So let it come back. There's no way to stop the request. There should be a stop button over here. Okay, yeah. I will quickly ask it to generate a web application for us, and then we can go ahead and look at the response. Right, so it has asked us to set envs for production, and it has done the code changes for us. We need to make sure that the debug is false. Any other changes? Okay, it has also given us the command of how to deploy it to Cloud Run. So we are going to use this command and deploy our changes to Cloud Run. Mm, yeah, it is also it has also okay. Let's start from the start. So it has given you a Docker file which can generate an image for you, and it has asked you to create a requirements.txt file to list down your project dependencies, and then it has given the Docker command. So you can use this Docker command to build your image, and this to push your image. And once your image is pushed, you can use this command to deploy it to Google Cloud Run. Okay. All right, we'll do that next. First, we'll try and create a web app for us. So it has created a index.html file for us. And this index.html is basically calling the search endpoint, search category. Okay, let's see how this works. And we will accept this change as well. Okay, I've accepted all the changes. Yeah, okay. Let's give it a try again. No. Okay. I am render template is not defined. Great. Okay. Yeah, so it has added this render template over here, but the import, no, the import is here. How did it? Oh, while accepting the changes, it did not accept this. So yeah, sometimes working with Gemini Assist is a bit painful, but that's fine. All right, let's start it again. Okay, all right, it works now. And something else has broken. Request is not defined. Okay, we need to add request as well. Yeah, we need to. Am I missing anything else? No. Okay. Okay, all right. So it has created a pretty good UI, which is able to fetch the list of sessions based on category. Let's give it another try with another category which we had. I think we had app modernization or something, web and API. Let's quickly check. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's see if this works. Okay, cool. So you can filter it based on the categories which are available, and you can like play around with it. Let's quickly try and deploy this. You can add more features on like whatever features you want to add. You can add those features. You can play around with all of those things in your own time. But let's go ahead and deploy it to production. So I'm going to ask it to deploy directly from source. I don't want to create a Docker image for this. So let's quickly ask it. This is going to give you a Google Cloud command. So basically, when we say deployed from source, it is going to use this as source code and then deploy it. It's not going to build an image and then push an image to a location. So it has given us this command. So yeah, this, if you see over here, this hyphen source tells Cloud Run to use this current directory as the source code for the application. And Cloud Run will automatically detect the language and the build process on the basis of this. Okay, so let's copy this, and we need to specify. I think it should be able to figure out my service account. I'm going to pass the region. Oh. I'm just going to change the region name to US Central 1. And let's see. Okay, so this name is sessions 1. Okay, let's try this entire thing once again. Why is it using? It should not be using. This specifies the name of the container image to create. Okay, it wants the name of the container image as well. Okay, that's fine. We can get the name. We can provide it the name. And the service name is sessions-1. And sorry, just one sec. Let's quickly give the region as well again. I'm quickly going to check whether this is the right way of giving the US-Central 1. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's give the service name as sessions 1. Okay, let's see why this is failing now. It needs the project argument as well as per the error. So ideally hyphen project should work. I'm also not too sure of this. Let's see. Yeah, hyphen project and your project ID. And we are giving region. I think we are giving everything else. And allow unauthenticated. Let's give that as well. Authentication, we can, like, you can take care of it separately, but for now, let's just keep it on open. Okay, for some reason this is not working. I'm gonna move on because I want to cover CLI as well. But you can basically this you can use this command, and it will deploy your application onto Google Cloud, and you will be able to run your application. I quickly want to move to Gemini CLI. So Gemini CLI was launched last month, and you can install it using. You just have to do npm install npm install -g Google/Gemini CLI. So this is going to globally install the CLI package for you, and then you can just run. You can just do Gemini hyphen. You can just do Gemini to basically start the Gemini in like this will basically trigger your Gemini agent, and now you can ask Gemini to create a React application for you, uh, or you can ask it to create a Python app for you, or like you can give it a bigger feature, and then it is going to plan it, and on the basis of that plan, it is going to write code for you. It is going to write tests for you. So we'll quickly have a look at a very small example of like creating a React application. So I'll ask it to create a React application to run, create a React application for planning of board games. Okay. So this is now going to come up with a plan of, okay, it has not, I will get a new React application named board game planner to get started. Okay. I'm going to do yes, allow always. So I want Gemini to go ahead and take all the decisions, create all the files and everything. So you can also do this using the YOLO mode. So when you are triggering Gemini, if you do Gemini -y, it starts with a YOLO mode. Basically, that means that it is going to take all the decisions by itself, and it is going to create files. It is going to write code in those files. It's not going to ask for your input. Right. So right now, if you see, it is asking me for everything. It seems that failed due to permission issues. The error message suggests the error message suggests to run using the sudo command, right? So it needs to run this command, and then it is asking me uh, to proceed, like whether it can proceed with that. I'm going to do yes, but I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start this using YOLO because I want to show the agentic mode of this. Okay, now can you create a React application using for planning of board games? Okay, yeah, you see over here, it is started in the YOLO mode. Okay, let it take some time to think and come back. Yeah, you see, it's saying just a moment, I'm in the zone. But you see over here, it is using Gemini 2.5 Pro model. And when you do Gemini first time, it will ask you to authenticate. So one is you can provide in this .env file, you can provide your Gemini API key. So it is going to use that API key to make all these calls. Or there's also an option of authenticating it using Google. So you can choose any one of the option. It will prompt you first time when you give this command, Gemini. Okay. All right, the model is overloaded, so I think we won't be able to see the demo of this, but I would highly recommend you to give this a try. So if I give this prompt, right, it is going to uh, create a basic React application with a simple component where you can, plan your board games, or like you can create a simple to-do application, anything like a smaller application. It works really well. Even when you are working on larger code base and you are working with Gemini CLI has access to the files in your IDE. So it is going to use those files as context and it will generate code for you. So I have used it to generate test cases. I've used it to write smaller features and it works really well on itself. I am, uh, yeah, that's one thing. The other thing was, you can also use Gemini Code Assist in your VS Code IDE. And Gemini Code Assist also has an agent mode. And that agent mode behind the scenes uses Gemini CLI only. So let's quickly give it a try to change the model. And I think we'll give this another try. Otherwise, we'll stop. So I can quickly actually check how to change the model in Gemini CLI because I'm not too sure. Gemini model. Okay, I just have to. Oh, we just need to pass the Gemini model as in your env. Okay, so in my env, I give this and I give this as Gemini 2.5 Flash. Let's use Gemini 2.5 Flash. Okay, let's give this a try. Okay, yeah, you see over here, it's using Gemini 2.5 Flash. And I'm going to do this again. Can you create a React application for, okay, let's ask it to create a simple to-do React application. Okay, yeah, so you see here, it has first created a plan that it is going to create a scaffold application, and then it is going to create components. These are the components which it is going to create, and then it is going to add functionality on top of it, implement features for adding, deleting, toggling of the completion status, and then it is going to apply styling on top of it, uh, give you command give you the command to run the application. Okay, and then it is going to give you the instruction to run the application. Right. Now this is the plan and it is going to now execute this plan step by step. So you can give this a try. It works really well with Gemini 2.5 Pro. If this was Gemini 2.5 Pro, it would have suggested you to like use TypeScript, because TypeScript is like you should use type better for your application. And okay, it is still throwing error. Due to permission issues with your npm cache. Okay, please run this in your terminal. Okay, I just need to give it access, so let me do that. Okay, can you try again? Okay, now you see it is trying to install the create react app package. You see over here it has created a package.json file and it is now installing these modules. Okay, yeah, it's working now. So it's going to create a new React application. It's going to install the packages. This is going to take few minutes. So you can go ahead and try it at your end. You see it has now started creating the components. So the scaffolding is done. Now it has started creating these components. Okay, it has completed everything. So let's, to run this application, it has asked us to do this. So let's go to to-do app and then do an npm start. So let's do, and let's just do npm start. Okay, and I can quickly show you what it has generated. So send an email. Okay, so yeah, it has created a, it has done a decent job, and it was pretty quick to create that application for us. You can try a bit more advanced use case for your, at your end, and I would suggest to use the Gemini 2.5 Pro model because it is going to give you much better results than 2.5 Flash. All right, I think that is it as part of this session. If you have any questions, you can post it in the chat.
Thank you, Nishi. It was so interesting. And if you have questions, you can ask it in comments. And thank you very much.
Right. I don't see any questions, but yeah, we can give it a minute or so. Or if there are any questions, you can post it in the comment and I can reply it on YouTube, like on the chat itself.
Yes, I can share a link of this session and you can answer to the questions. Yes, thank you very much, Nishi. It was
Thank
so
you.
interesting.
Thank you. Yeah, Gemini was a bit like it wasn't in the mood today. It gave me a lot of issues during the session, but yeah, it's interesting to work with LLMs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Good, goodbye.